Hello and welcome to another video from TheSavageTrout on YouTube, and it is episode 11 of my FIFA 15 Burnley career mode, and we've got a whopper of a game here away at the Emirates. First, well, apart from Man United and Chelsea, this is my first challenge in quite a while. I've had quite a lot of easier games recently, although Everton wasn't so easy, but I beat them, so it's all a bit kind of out of form at the moment. Danny Ings coming back for this important game. Up front was Marvin Sordell. It's his first appearance since that Chelsea game. Still hasn't completed a full game, Danny Ings, and he might not in this. We've got Ashley Barnes and Jutskovic on the bench. Barnes will obviously probably be dangerous coming off the wing, but apart from that, we've kept the same team pretty much. Keane already gone up by 2 ratings, so he's looking quite good at the moment, despite his, I guess you could say, mistake against West Ham where we conceded late on. But anyway, this is not going to be easy. Arsenal are my bogey team, to say the least. Well, I mean, sometimes I have beaten them, like I beat them on my Norwich career in the FA Cup, but I really do struggle against Arsenal. It's hard to cope with just their constant passing game. They just pass it around so much and kind of wear you down mentally, because a lot of the AI just go on kind of fast hitting attacks, and you know, just you can have the ball a lot more. Arsenal kind of, you're constantly having to focus on what they're doing, so you kind of get worn down mentally, and then they just kind of dissect you as the game goes on in a lot of games, I found, especially with Welbeck up front now, who seems to be quite a beast, although it looks like he might be on the bench there, so I don't know what's going on there. They've rested a few players by the looks of it. But here we go. It's Chalobah. Yeah, Abu Dhabi is in there. Joel Campbell is up front, actually, is he? No, it's Giroud up front, which is quite interesting. I wonder how Giroud will do. They've also got Campbell in there by the looks of it. Here's Danny Ings returning. Danny Ings! And it wasn't a bad effort to start the game off there. It's going to be whipped in by Matty Taylor, and it's not a bad ball. It's Marvin Sordell, and there was a chance. We've got another corner, and this is good early pressure. It's going to be Kitely to whip it in this time, and it's not a bad ball there, Reza. And it's Danny Ings! Oh! And Danny Ings getting in the thick of it instantly. Did worry me a bit in the first game against Chelsea that he didn't really have much of an impact, but it's been a good start by him and Sordell in this game. Hopefully they can link up well like Vokes and Sordell did, but Danny Ings is fresh after that injury, so he might just be a good weapon for us in this game. Bellerin, I've never heard of him. I don't know if they signed him or if he's some kind of youth player. Here's Mesut Ozil, loses it, and that's got to be a free kick. Might even be a yellow card for Santi Cazorla there. Nope, not a yellow card, unless he's going to give one now. No. No, I mean, that was a pretty bad challenge, I'd say. I'd say I was deserving of a yellow, but we have been screwed over a couple of times with the refs this season, so not really too surprising. Here's Marvin Sordell, and he's got a bit of pace, and he's, Callum Chambers just about made the tackle, but shame Mertesac's not at the back, otherwise him and Sordell, I think I'll be able to outpace him in a lot of circumstances. That's a fantastic tackle from Trippier. He's found Sordell. It's Kitely. We need to win the ball back now. Bit of a weird position for Joel Campbell to be in. It looks like he's kind of playing in more of a winger role, when you would usually expect him to kind of be in that, well, just the up front role, main striker. Although here he is, and he's actually found a fantastic ball, and Olivier Giroud hits the bar, and it's another chance for Mesut Ozil. Good save, and a bit of pressure there, kind of like it was in the Everton game. We got a good start, and then they came back at us around the 20-minute mark, and we've got to be careful here. But Giroud somehow hitting the bar, kind of realistic to be fair, was him hitting the bar. That's not what we wanted to do at all. But luckily Monreal hit it. He was never going to score from there. Danny Ings looking good in the air, actually. That might be one, well, once again, I mean, we have scored 5 headers this season. All our goals have come from headers, but Arsenal not the greatest in physical battles, especially without Mertesacker, so we could exploit that in this game with Danny Ings and Sordell up front, and we've got decent crosses in Boyd and Kitely, especially Kitely recently. That's all the way back to Heaton, who's, oh man, got a bit lucky there to be fair. Heaton's clearances are not that great at all. That's a fantastic ball into Danny Ings. And Kitely's tried to put it into Sordell and it might just work. And Sordell against Koscielny. Koscielny gets there though. It's come back to Ings though, and it's now Marvin Sordell trying to find a bit of room for himself. Can't. It's come back to Matty Taylor though, who can hit them. He's got a corner. It's whipped in by Matty Taylor again. It's come to Sordell. Ah, should have hit it first time probably. Here's Joel Campbell. I think that he's going to be an offensive weapon for them. Abu Diaby. We've got to try and control this midfield. We've done it pretty well in this game so far, I would say, but with only Abu Diaby and Ozil in there, I think we can maybe gain the upper hand in the midfield battle. Got to be careful when they come forward though. Trippier, and it's into Sordell. Ah, tried to clip it through to Ings, but wasn't really making a run. Oh. Here's Chalobah. And we're in trouble here. Here's Ramsey. Good block. It's cleared by Taylor. It's Sordell. He's tried to find Kitely. He almost did, but good interception. Great tackle by Ings though. Oh, defender just about got back. Bellerin wins it back though, and here's Chalobah. Danny Ings, Sordell. It's back to Danny Ings, who's actually taken it past the defender there, and it's Danny Ings, and he scored, and we're 1-0 up at the Emirates, and it's Danny Ings on his return. Oh, the man who I needed to score a goal really with. I mean, he scored so many goals in the Championship for Burnley. I was slightly hesitant whether he could deliver in the Premier League, but he has now, and we're 1-0 up against Arsenal at the Emirates. So we've beaten Everton, and now we're 1-0 up at the Emirates. It just gets better and better. Can we hold on to it though? It's not going to be easy, that's for sure, especially with Abu Diaby bombing forward now, but it's a good tackle. And Chalobah.
This has been pretty awful to this point, but of course they have the capacity.
Not so much for Arsenal being my bogey team at this stage. Got to maybe try and, if we can get it to 2-0 and then they go too far on the attack, and then we hit them on the counter with Sordell's pace, we could seriously be in the goods for this game. Here's Giroud. They probably do have Sanchez and Walcott to come off the bench though, so we're going to have to be extremely careful in this game. It's Ben Mee. Danny Ings. It's Ben Mee again. Kitely. Ah, tried to find the pass there, couldn't though. That's a great interception by Ings again though. Well, that's not where we needed to header it though. Oh dear. Here's Ozil with a bit of room. That's a good tackle, but it has come straight to Giroud again. Bellerin, who hasn't seemed particularly great down that side, to be honest. Great tackle again by Shackle. And it's Sordell, tried to clip it through to Danny Ings, couldn't quite. Aaron Ramsey, got to be careful here. Aaron Ramsey, very dangerous player, can score from all kinds of angles. Here's Sordell though, don't know what that touch was all about. Great interception again though. But terrible pass again. This is the problem with this team, as I've said before sometimes. Here's Giroud, and never really got the shot away there brilliantly. So we might be going into half-time with a 1-0 lead here, which is more than I could have asked for really. And it's come to Kitely. And it is half-time now, 1-0 up at the Emirates. Wenger's going to have to do a team talk. Boos around the Emirates. Fantastic stuff though. What about Crystal Palace? Crystal Palace are losing as well, so as it stands we might even be moving out of the relegation zone. But that is as it stands. I do find on FIFA that you do kind of go on runs of form though, where if you lose one game you seem to... If you lose 2 games in a row, then it just seems to mount up and it seems to go into this really bad run of form. But when you win a game, it just completely changes things. And I went against Everton, and now all of a sudden, kind of giving the team a lift. I guess. And we're now 1-0 up against Arsenal at the Emirates. I mean, Danny Ings coming back into the side obviously helped that, but he did have to finish it, and he did it well. Could be in trouble here though. That's a good tackle by Matty Taylor though, who's been solid since coming back into the team as well. And it's Sordell, and it's into Ings, who's actually played it back to Sordell, and Sordell's got pace, but Monreal was just about able to get back there, and then Koscielny got it back to him. But Sordell, brilliant work. Tried to find George Boyd there as he was kind of getting muscled off the ball, but Sordell doing fantastic work there. Arsenal have just about worked it down the wing now with Joel Campbell. Abu Diaby, good header away, fantastic header away actually, because now Sordell's found Danny Ings, who's spreaded it to Kitely. He's found Taylor.
It's an Arsenal substitute who's getting ready.
Good ball spread out to me. Oh, we've tried to find Kitely. It's almost worked. Not quite though. It's Joel Campbell again who's back on this side now. Got to be careful in this situation. Aaron Ramsey is the dangerous player here. If anything's going to be created, I can see it coming from him, to be honest. Here's Monreal. Can't let a cross get in here. We might have just let it though. It's great clearance though from Kitely, I think it was, and that's not a great touch by Bellerin, who seems really shaky in that position at the moment. Abu Diaby. That's not a bad ball to Ramsey. Give him a bit too much room there, but we have won it back now. It's Taylor into Sordell. Sordell's got a bit of room to work here, and he's tried to clip it through to Danny Ings, and he almost has, and keeper Martinez gets he's like probably third choice, I'd think, for Arsenal, but it's a bit weird. Great tackle by Ings there, fantastic work by him. Substitution here, it's Sanchez that's on. I think I'm going to take Boyd off for Arfield. Bring Barnes on for Sordell. That might neglect the pace factor a bit, but here's Taylor. Chalobah into Trippier. He's played it into Barnes. Played it into Chalobah. Not a bad effort. And it was nicely worked there, kind of like Arsenal actually. We haven't got that long to hold on for though. 2 clean sheets in a row would be amazing. Surely even in this position we would probably at least get a point, you would think, but still not over yet. And here's Kitely. Ben Mee. That's well worked again. And it's actually into Taylor, and that's fantastically done. We tried to put it across, we couldn't quite. It's going to hopefully come to Keane's head, which it hasn't. And now we're in trouble potentially. Oh no, it's come back to me, and this is a perfect chance to attack again. Oh, Taylor's lost it though, and this is where we could be in a bit of danger. It's a great tackle again by Shackle. And the effort at the moment from this team is just fantastic. For some reason they just feel so much better than they did at the start of the season. Here's Bellerin though, doing his first decent piece of football, I'd say, in the whole game. And again, Giroud dispossessed. I tell you what, that's not a bad ball into the Barnes path, and it's come to Ings, who almost got in there. Key word was almost though. Ben Mee trying to get there, can't quite now. This is trouble. Mesut Ozil. Oh, he somehow creeped it in from that tight angle. Oh, I don't believe it. Well, it's 1-1 and now it's game on. And now they might have the advantage, although here's a chance if he can slip it into Kitely, and it's actually been pulled back for a free kick. Kitely was in a decent position, but I think it's going to be dispossessed. The stadium is rocking now. It is, well and truly got a game on now. Going to try and dink it into the path of Ings, who's almost flicked it on there, but now we're in trouble because they're going to come forward in pretty strong numbers if we don't win it back, and we haven't won it back. So here's Abu Diaby.
match. The score is now
And we've got to be careful here that we don't throw it away now. Within a matter of minutes, and oh, that's not a great header away, but Taylor should collect up the pieces. And Arfield has absolutely smashed it forward. What a pass into Danny Ings. And Danny Ings is in here. He's got 3 players on him, but it's Danny Ings. Surely a penalty. He's given it. And it's got to be a red card as well. He's taken his legs out. It's Aaron Ramsey as well. He's only been given a yellow, sadly. I'm guessing that's because of the players behind him. But in the 82nd minute now, we're going to have a chance to win it. It's a fantastic ball from Arfield. And he's just gone for the shot, and he's been brought down by... Well, it looked like it was Chambers, but Ramsey's been given the yellow. Okay, well, Danny Welbeck's on, but it's Danny Ings with the penalty here. In the 82nd minute, the clock has just ticked over. You can feel the pressure. Danny Ings. Oh, no, I thought the keeper saved it, but he hadn't. It's 2-1, and surely now we've won at the Emirates. Danny Ings gets his 2nd of the season, and it's in the same game. Oh, I've got so lucky there. How has he not saved that? He really should have saved that, the keeper, but that's Arsene Wenger's fault for fielding such a weak side. And I expect the Wenger out tweets to be going around, the hashtag, as per usual. We've got to be careful here, though, now. They can't let this slip again. It's Olivier Giroud. They've now got Welbeck and Giroud on. That's cleared away. We maybe could have taken our time on that a bit more, but we're still in a decent position here. It's Theo Walcott on. The pace abuse is real. Great tackle by Chalobah, though. And it's been clipped into Danny Ings here, and oh, he almost got away again. Imagine if Danny Ings has scored a hat-trick on his return. Danger here, though. Shackle just about shepherds it out. A good cross in, but well taken by Heaton, and there's actually no one up there, but we're going to punt it up there anyway. It might have been a bit of a mistake, but if they lose the ball in this position, and surely... Oh, we had a player injured, which was not an ideal scenario there. Arfield, great strength. And the board has been put up. We've got a throw-in, though, and this is a perfect time to get a throw-in. And they've got to be careful that they don't go and concede now. Great tackle again by Keane. They're running out of time, and that's a poor pass, Trippier. It's Ashley Barnes, and he's played it into Danny Ings. Oh, he's put it wide, but it surely won't matter anyway. Surely this goal kick is going to signal the end of 5 minutes of stoppage time. Danny Ings has had more shots than Mesut Ozil. What a game this has been. Kicked it upfield. Chalobah wins it in the air. We're still hunting for a third here now. It's full time, though. We've won it. It's our 2nd win of the season. It's our 2nd win in a row. This is fantastic. How on earth do you go on such a losing streak and then beat Everton and Arsenal? Fantastic stuff, but the boos ring around the Emirates. I could imagine this in real life, to be fair, but Danny Ings in the 83rd minute, the most bizarre penalty call I've ever seen. I have to say, I want to see if this penalty thing is on the replays. There's some of the early shots. That was that horrendous tackle from Cazorla. But I think that was just Wenger's fault for fielding such a poor side. Underestimating the mighty Burnley. So surely we might even be out of the relegation zone now. How Giroud misses that, I don't know. I think we're going to skip this, we're not going to see it. But look at that. Got dominated in possession, but we had more shots, and eventually that paid off. Danny Ings, fantastic stuff from him. Chelsea absolutely destroyed QPR. We are definitely off bottom, that's for sure, with Crystal Palace losing. And thanks, boss. Yes, I agree, Danny Ings. All is well at Burnley Football Club. We're up to 18th, still not quite out of the relegation zone, but we are not bottom, and we've finally got a win, which Villa and Man City still haven't got. Man City 8 draws now in 10 games. But things are all of a sudden looking up. And we're actually on the same goal difference as QPR, so I think we're only behind them on goals scored. So really, it's looking good for us. Not quite sure how our next game is, but it can't really be much more difficult than that game. But anyway, thank you for watching. What a victory. Until next time, goodbye.